Okay, in this video we're going to be talking about how to modify your file that's been imported into Google Sheets, Google Docs. Okay, so we have our file open. The first step is notice the categories are set to 0, so let's go get those categories. I'm going to head over to our EDS tools, members area, and it's also a good idea when you're uploading file exchange items to have the shortcut in your bar there, so it's easy to access the tools. We're going to choose Title Builder. Inside of Title Builder, we're going to type in Halloween Decor. Let's get the keywords, and you can see the popular keywords here on the left hand side. If they resonate with what you want to use, you can do that. There's also another keyword tool that we have here called Title Optimizer. Feel free to pull some title words there to add to your titles. But ones I care about is this number, this ID number right here. I'm going to copy that, head back over here, and we're going to modify all these here. So we can right click and paste, and then we're going to bring this guy down. I know you can't really see it, but there is a little broken lines there. And when you bring it down, it copies all those there. Alright, the next step is we're going to make sure our titles are not longer than 80 characters. So I'm going to insert one to the left. Let's see, this is the best way to do this. Let's insert one to the left. And then I'm going to do that again. Insert one to the left. And I'll show you why I'm doing this. On this one, I'm going to put a little formula here. And it's going to be equals concatenate the word new. Actually, it's going to be E2, which is going to be that title with comma the word new. Let's see if it lets me do that. No, I can't do that. Okay, so I need to insert another column to the left. And we'll type in the word new here. And I'm going to put a space bar here just because I want to have an empty space so that these words don't get all put together. And then I'm going to bring this guy down just like I did the other one. And I'll throw this at the end. So this concatenate is going to be equals concatenate F2 with E2. And there you go. Now we have our words with E2. Okay, so I'm going to bring this guy all the way down so that basically all my titles get the word new at the end. Do you guys see that? And if you wanted to, you can come over here and pull another cool word like decorations if you wanted to. And if it's not in here, you can add the word decor, which I don't see any decor in here. So if you wanted to, you can just throw the word decor in there. You know, so kind of relate it to what you're doing. So I throw the decor, and I'll bring this guy all the way down. It's a great way to just add some really good titles to your deal here. So the next thing I'm going to do over here is I'm going to cut all these down to 80 characters. So let's do this. It's going to be equals left, and then the parenthesis sign, I think it's what it's called. I forget the exact name, but anyway, it's a little curvy things. And then we're going to type in the words. The string is going to be um, D2, which is this guy right here. You can see it highlighted now. Okay, what I want to do is only do 80. So the number of characters is going to be 80, and then we're going to end it with our squiggly there, and press enter. So there you go. So that's going to give us exactly 80. Now some of these may be cut off, but that's okay, but because all we want is 80. So we're going to bring this guy all the way down so that the code gets copied. And you can see that I got new decor, new decor, new decor. This one didn't fit it because it was too much, but it has Halloween decorations. And if you wanted to, you can go in here and clean up some of these dashes because you don't need them, which is actually not that field. It's the one to the right here. F. But because all these have code in them, as you can see, I'm just going to highlight the final title. I'm going to right click and then I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to Windows R, open up my notepad, and I'm going to paste my new titles in here. That's my final titles, okay? As you can see, final titles. So I am done with all these guys. Right click. We're going to highlight all three of these, right click and delete these columns, C and E. Because I finalized my titles. Alright? And then I'm going to go ahead and replace this title with this guy here. So we're going to click on the very first guy, which is column 2, row 2, sorry, column C, all the way down to the last one. And I'm holding down shift. I'm holding down shift to click to the last one. Okay, so I know you can't visually see it, but I'm holding down shift. Okay, I click on that first one, and then I hold down the shift to select the last one. And then we're going to do what's called a Control V, or right click and paste. And you'll notice that it didn't paste my titles, which is what I've seen happen right here. So kind of a funky little thing with Drive. I don't know if it's a bug. I'm going to undo that. And what we're going to do is delete all these just to make sure there's nothing in there. And right click and cut. Let's try that again. Right click and paste. It's still not doing it. It might have to be a special. Okay, so it appears to be definitely a bug with Google. It's almost like it copies the formula into the field. So I'm going to suggest just kind of tinkering around, but insert a left column, copy this text. I'm going to cut it, Control X or right click and cut, and we're going to paste it under here. And then come back over here, Control A, right click, copy, and then paste right here. And that should paste your titles. So again, I'm not sure why it copies the formula. That's usually what throws things off. But there you go. I won't have time to go through and clean up some of these titles, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because it's going to take a little bit of time. So I don't see anything out of the ordinary, besides like registered trademark. It just takes up space. I don't need that in my titles. No one ever searches for registered trademarks. And things like this, like dashes. But these are the kind of things that you want to clear, so it's not taking up space in your titles, because nobody ever searches for spaces and dashes and that kind of stuff. Alright, really key importance here. So as we have mentioned, brand, MPN, and UPC fortunately are provided. Most of the stuff is provided by Amazon's database. They provide that for us, so it's really cool. For things that are not in here, what I have done, for example, like this one, I have taken the top one and just reversed it. So I'll go 559025986643. Now it won't match, obviously, a valid UPC code on eBay's deal, but it's just the way I've gone around with it. And for MPNs, right, you can actually drag this top one down if you want to. Just keep the header at the top. Just drag. There you go. So that way the top stays with you wherever you go. For MPNs, what I've done is I've taken the brand and I've mixed it with maybe like the last 5 digits of a UPC. That's the way I've done it, and I haven't had any issues on uploading. So fortunately, most of this stuff, like I said, is in here. Here's one that isn't. So I'll do seasons, and then 8, 8, 2, 8. So there you go. And then for Hosel, I'll do Hosel, and then I'll take the reverse of this one at the top, 7, 3, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 0, 1, 6, 8, 8, which is this number at the top reversed. I mean, that's just the way I just kind of made it up, and it seems to be working okay, so I'm just going with it. Okay, so I'm taking the first and then the last 4. And that's the way I'm doing it. Alright, so that guy is done. And sometimes they don't provide us the dimensions from Amazon again. Oops, I skipped a step. Weight major is your pounds, and weight minor is your ounces. So what I've been doing lately, just because I don't want to think about it, is I'll take all these and I'll just drag them all the way down. And I'll just make it 15 ounces. Because it really doesn't matter. Most things are going to be over that. And Amazon provides free shipping, so it really doesn't matter. We don't really care about the weight, but this is just for the purpose of eBay. If anything's over like 50 pounds, you'll see it on the left-hand side here, typically. Okay. Again, for dimensions now, notice that some of these say 0, 0, 0. I'll just put not applicable. So I'll put like /NA. Control C, I'll copy this, and I'll do that for the ones that are all zeros, like so. I mean, the other way would be to organize these by A to Z, and that'd probably be the easiest way. Select all those and paste it. Alright, I'll just drag it down then. There we go. There you go. So now we're all set with that. Next column is your store category. I leave this as 0 because I don't know what my category numbers are for this particular category in my store. And this is not for your eBay stuff. We've done that in the very beginning. This is for your store. Condition is new. It's 1,000. Here's your images for URL. Let's verify that all the images are in here. Come down. Yep, they're all there. Quantity of 3, fixed price. We'll work on the starting price right now. We're doing a 30-day listing, and I'm not going to do these guys here. Minimum best offers or auto decline. So I'm going to delete all this here. Returns accepted, yes. Yeah, so AF, AE, and AD. We're just going to go ahead and delete those. And then best offers, we'll set these to 0. Yeah, 0. Actually, I think if you delete it, it'll just ignore it. So I'm just going to delete it. And that's it. Last part is your pricing. So notice that this guy didn't pull the price, and this is the red price that you'll see on Amazon. So let's go see what's wrong with this item. We're going to take column 7, which is this ASIN, open up Amazon. And this is a DVD. This is probably why. $29.99, and yeah, I'll go ahead and list it since it's there. So we'll just do 30 bucks on that one. And I think the rest should be okay. I find this one's kind of high price, $149. Let's see what this guy is. And it's kind of weird that there's no cents at the end, but it could be the way it is. Did I copy that guy? It's the guy below it. Alright, I guess it is $149.99. Okay, so let's rock and roll. The last part is our prices, and this is where it gets really fun. So you have to kind of dictate anywhere between 20% to and beyond markup. I usually do anywhere between 25 and 50 percent markup because of fees, and that's kind of the way I dictate my prices. But and I can always play with them later. But let's go ahead and insert a column to the left, right here, and we're gonna do. We're actually gonna make two columns, and I'll tell you why here in a second. First column is multiplying those by the value. So the first column is going to be equals sum, and the value is going to be Q1. Q2 times, which is a star, 1 point. I'll do 45, and there you go. If you want to verify that, you can just Windows key R, calc, CALC, opens up the calculator. 11.99 times 1.45 gives us that value. And so we're going to take that formula all the way down until you see that. And then our next formula is going to be equals, parentheses, round, and sorry, not parentheses, equals round, and then parentheses. The value is going to be R2, which is our new value, comma, and we want to do 2 decimal places. Yeah. And then what you see what it does is it rounds it up. Exactly what we want. So let's go ahead and throw that guy down. We're going to copy this price, and we'll throw it on to Notepad. Wherever my Notepad went. Windows key R, Notepad. Come back over here. Delete those two columns, and then we're going to replace that. Now, if my theory is correct, I want to select all these, and then I'm going to copy them, and then paste over these guys, or actually delete those guys, and then paste right there. And notice it's carrying the formula over. Yeah, so we're going to right click to the right. This is exactly the same thing happened to our titles. And I'm just going to type in, or actually I'm going to cut this guy. It has something to do with having to cut the text that's inside here. So the moment I cut it, now I'm able to go back, copy that, and paste. Yeah, see, now it works. Then we can delete this column. So somehow it carries into memory, your clipboard memory, when you're copying formula stuff over. So very good, guys. We are done, and let's go ahead and upload this baby. It's taking me less than 20 minutes. It probably takes me longer because I'm training you guys, but less than 20 minutes to list 40 items that have some modifications on the titles a little bit, and I didn't spend too much time, as you see, on the titles, but I really encourage you to do so. And eBay is really hungry for specifics and keywords that are related to your item, so that's the key deal. This is new as of summer 2015. They want brands, MPN, UPC. We've covered that. We got some good item specifics, dimensions, and images. Images are always good to have 3 or 4, preferably 4 or more, but as you can see up here, there isn't. All the items don't have 4 images, so you'll have to go back and modify your images either now or later. You can always upload the images later. The key thing is to get items up so that you're not sitting around with empty in your store, if that makes sense. Let's wrap this up. File, and we're going to export this baby, or download as, and we're going to do CSV. So right there, comma separated values, CSV. and we're going to call this guy the final. So I'll just throw final in the front. And then in case it doesn't come back to this folder, I'm going to right click and copy my path to where it's located. I don't know why there's two CSVs there. Okay, there we go. Save it in there. Let's go back to EDS. This is why I encourage you to have a shortcut to file upload area. If you haven't signed up for file exchange, you can do that. But the alternative way is go to Tools, Listing Tools, and then you can either do it from Multi-Scraper, there's location there, or you can do the Amazon File Exchange Keyword Scraper. And then there's a shortcut right here. Click on that guy. Takes me right into the Uploads area. Choose File, and then I'm going to choose my final file there, and click Upload. And I am done. Thanks for watching. By the way, before I let you guys go, you can view your upload results here, and you can see that my last import was right now. If we go back 7 days, you'll see I did another import of 54 items right there. And you always want to look at the loads file to see what failed or what passed. So I actually have that file that I've opened. Let me pull that around, and you can see this is what it looks like for the results. And your phone will go crazy, and you know that's when it's working. When it's listing and listing and listing, it's going to start populating all your listings. But you'll see I have a few warnings in here. These are okay. Anytime you have an error, like right here, that's bad. So I had 2 failures right there, and basically what they said was that input data for tag item picture details is invalid or missing. So I must have had something there I overlooked. But you can see my made up UPCs are fine. You do get a warning, I think, on these UPCs that they're no product found, which is fine. But just giving you the recommendations here, and they actually say, 2 or more photos will give you a better chance of selling. So 6%. So make sure to take care of those photos. But you can get creative on your photos by using the tools on the side. We have photo editor inside as well that you can use, or there's a lot of them out there that you can use. But that's essentially it, guys. Uploads in progress, and these items will be up here. Looks like it's complete. Let's take a look at our load results. I'm going to open up this file. Alright, so there we go. My items have been uploaded, and looks like I have 1 failure, and it's warning no product found for product listing details. That's not it though, that's just the warning. So let's see what happened. Error, listing titles are limited to 80 characters. So I overlooked one. That was my bad, number 37. Let's see what happened to Mr. 37. Alright, let's go to our title tool. Let's do a count here. And I don't know, eBay. It shows 80 on my end. So the only thing I can think of is the registered trademark. Maybe that threw it off. It is hard to say, or maybe it's 38, because that one actually looks longer. Yeah, actually 38. I'm not sure what happened there, but that guy looks like it's way over 80. Nope, that one's fine too. So, you have these strange things that happen, but you can always go back and truncate the title more and rethrow it up there. That is all for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and your listings are on their way. They go up pretty quick. Let's take a look at what's active. Okay, so I'm looking at my active listings, and there you have it. And it looks like they are starting to populate here. There's some costumes I just listed. You guys can kind of see right here what's going on. But good, very good stuff. Here's the decor stuff. Awesome. So here's a great example of a listing. We got 3, quantity of 1. This one only has 1 image, that's okay. And of course our items information is here. And we are set. 30-day listings.